Hey, good afternoon. It's Micah Collins here. Sorry, I'm just now getting around to this video, but this is a video I promised you yesterday. And sorry, I'm shooting it in my home office, so I apologize if there's any noise in the background. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you the 2 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business and dominate anyone you want on Google. So most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, the truth is that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most of these local business owners, maybe they have a marketing team, maybe they don't, but they don't know how the internet can truly, really turn and benefit for them instead of just running ads all the time, right? And doing all the ad spend, how to cut costs on getting more clients in every single month. So I have found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their own business, their own marketing team they can use it themselves. If they're a smaller business owner can get in there and do it themselves so that they can start making an impact on their own business and start getting more customers. So if by the end of this video you liked what you've heard and you liked the information, but you want to go deeper, you can just text this number back that I sent this video on. Or if you simply want to take this free attack plan and your own marketing team implement it, that's totally cool with me too. As long as I could just maybe get some feedback from you, I would love that very much. Alright dude, so now let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition, not waste any more of your time or mine. Alright, so the first thing I usually target is your on-page content and all that, but you have that really dialed in. You got all your location pages, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I'm going to hop right into more specific with keywords and why you're not getting found for those. So the 2 things I want to go over with you today is the Google Map Pack and organic listings. Let's hop right in. All right, so if we type in roofing companies Tulsa, it actually gets searched about 510 times a month. The first thing we see is the ads section, a ton of ads. Thing is, ads can work, and I'm sure you know they can, but by now you probably know it's a very expensive route to go. You can burn through a whole lot of cash just running ads all day long. And the truth is, it's not the best bang for your buck because only 10 to 20% of all the searches for roofing end up going to the ads section. And about 40% of those clicks end up skipping right past the ads and going straight down to the map pack. And this brings me to the first thing I wanted to go over with you today, and that is what we call citations. So if we look over here, we see A Best Roofing. Okay, they're the top organic one. That one's sponsored. Let's look at the top organic one. This is A Best Roofing. We can see their name, their address. Let's see, their address and their phone number listed right here on Google. That is what we call the NAP or the NAP. And basically how it works, I'm just pulling up this graph just to show. For the purposes of this video, it's a quick little Canva creation, not pretty at all. But if we look over here, this is what we call citations. You might call directories like Google Places, Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellow Book, Matchpoint, Hot Frog, the BBB, and the list just goes on and on. Well, essentially what Google does is they look all over the internet for all these different directories and are looking for legit businesses that they can put trust in to rank higher in the Google Map Pack. And what you need to do is get your name, your address, and your phone number listed more consistently across all these different directories than anyone else in your competition. So if they have 300 citations, right, you need 400 of these directories or citations to sufficiently beat them in Google. So I notice y'all really have it dialed in to where you have all these different GBPs for your different locations, and that's great, but you might have the website. Something I would really recommend so you don't get flagged by Google, this happens a lot recently, is have the website as a specific location page, not as your home page. Like for instance, Legacy Roofing and General Contracting, the one in Tulsa, I would do as a location page on this. Because sometimes whenever you break it up, like all the different location pages, Google doesn't see it as much of a threat. Sometimes Google gets on a big rampage and they just go throughout like penalizing everyone. So I don't want that to happen to you. So I'd highly recommend on all these different location GBPs, I would put a separate location page connected to it instead of the home address. And what you need is a different name, address, and phone number right here on Google for every single one of those different GBPs so you can rank them independently in their area. This gives you a lot more power. It's way better to split them all up separately and get citations for each location. Like if you have a location in Tulsa, you get a bunch of citations for just Tulsa, right? whenever you're doing, down in Texas somewhere. I don't know exactly what towns you do in Texas, but you want to do that specific town, all your citations dialed in for that area. And if you follow that method with any competition in any town, you will 100% dominate them in the Google Map Pack, guaranteed. There's just no way you wouldn't. Now, if we scroll down to the second thing I wanted to speak with you today, and that is the organic listings. This is a huge place to be. Actually, the truth is 20 to 30% of all the clicks end up on this top position alone. That's a lot. That translates to a lot of calls. You get a lot of these going, all these different locations ranked in organic sections. You will be absolutely dominating. The truth is, to get here in this organic section, you need authority. Okay. To get this authority, you need what we call backlinks. So I want you to think of a backlink like this. Your in-house marketing team likely knows what a backlink is, but essentially it's when site A links to site B, then site A gives site B some of its link juice, or like a vote of confidence power passing to that next website. Okay, and the more relevant site A is that points to site B, the more powerful that link is to your website. So I want you to think of it like this, brother. If you have a local blog, an industry site, a roofing site, a guttering site that points to your website, then that's great. That pushes a lot of power. But if you did a job for Pizza Hut and because you did a job for them and that's pointing to your website, that's not so great, because Google doesn't put any relevance, because they sell pepperonis, you build roofs. There's no correlation. Now, hopping back over to Ahrefs, now we're getting into the real good part of this video, which is when we get down to exact backlinks. We can see on Ahrefs you have 163 backlinks, and that is pushing 100 people to your website every single month. This is your whole website in general, all locations, 100 people every month. Now I want you to see this. If we hop over to A-Best Roofing, they have 765 backlinks. They're only in Tulsa, okay? They're not dominating other areas. They're getting 3,000 people on their website every single month, and they're only targeting Tulsa area. Just imagine if you took this same method, got the backlinks for yourself, powered up your website, all these different location pages would absolutely start popping off. You'd start getting way more calls in. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to take Tulsa as our example here. And the way you get these is super simple. Like, as the marketing team wants to do this, if you want to do this yourself or hire someone else to do this, all you got to do is on a tool like Ahrefs. And let me clarify here before the marketers kill me. Ahrefs is not always 100% correct. Whenever it comes to like exactly how many traffic, it's like 99% there, but it's a tool. It sometimes doesn't get it exactly line for line. If I was doing it, I would plug in Google Analytics, that shows me real time, but I can't do that without having your login information. So I hope that makes sense. This is the best that we can get without actually logging in. Now, if we look over here, all we have to do in Ahrefs is click on their backlinks. Okay, A-Best Roofing, they're dominating in Tulsa. 3,000 people on their website every month. Click on their backlinks. We can see every single one of the backlinks that they have. Okay? Look at that. Just every single one that they have. This video, Tulsa HBA. You go here and you get listed on the HBA. You may already be listed on that one exactly, but I'm just saying this is how simple it is to get a backlink, okay? This is them listed on HBA. There's their backlink right there. Visit website. Pushes power to their own website. Okay? And how you get a link like this for yourself is just member login, choose one of their cheaper plans, and become, an HBA member. Let's see over here. Actually, let me see how you become a member. I know, somewhere around here. Here, I'll pause. All you got to do is hop on something like the HBA, one of your marketing team. Go through these different types of, directories or whatever. Sometimes it's directories. Sometimes you need to get a blog post, request somebody to write a blog about your company. It's not that bad. You just get on here and you go either builder, associate. I mean, you could just go affiliate, the cheapest one, $29 monthly. You get a powerful backlink pushing to your website instead of just A-Best Roofing. If we hop back over here, a lot of these are actually free. That was a paid one, as you can see. But a lot of these backlinks you'll find are actually free. But all you have to do is just go down the line. and go through every single one of these websites and get those links for yourself, you will 100% dominate them in the Tulsa area, hands down. And after you start dominating them, there is no reason why you won't be ranking in the 3K a month numbers or higher. And what you do is you take one area and you dominate in that area. Once you get it built up and start raking in more calls, then you choose another area. You choose your Texas area. If you want to start there, choose the Texas area first, dominate there. Then go to like Tulsa or Oklahoma City and dominate there and start getting more calls that way. You will become absolutely unstoppable. All right, so hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top on Google, getting you to the top on the map hack, it's not magic, it's just a method. It's a reliable method that a lot of people aren't willing to put in the work for, but I know that your marketing team can. So once again, we went over, number one was your citations. You want to have, I'd say, about 300 to 400 of those per location. Get enough of those directories on every single different location GBP that you have. Make every single GBP different so you start dominating in the Google Maps area. And number two was backlinks. You want to have more relevant websites pointing to you guys than any competitor you have. You will 100% beat them online. And if you implement these strategies today, you can 100% be number one across Google, hands down, raking in that 3,000 traffic a month. You can imagine how many calls that translates to. So I bet you're wondering, well, what now, Micah? Well, the truth is, you can either go with this information, hand it to your marketing team, and let them take care of it. I'm sure they're very capable of getting the backlinks. It's not that hard. Getting the citations, all of that, and ranking you online. But if you want the most fast and effective route, you can give me a call at 918-260-1694. I'll take a look at it, give you some tips on exactly how I would go about it, because there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. And once again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. I hope this brought some value to you and your business. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a good one.